Good afternoon, guys. It's a beautiful day again here. I think I got up to 80 or so, but it's warm out right now. I just got back in from picking and it never ceases to amaze me. Just God's bounty provides. I put in the seeds, but He grows it, and I just love going out to see what's out there. So I'll show you what I got today. So minus the pineapple. The pineapple was bought. I got a nice size zucchini, although my zucchini are on the last legs. There might be a couple more coming out there, but the squash bugs have taken over. I've fought them off long enough. I did much better by pruning out some of the older leaves and stalks this year, but I've frozen, gosh, probably 4 gallons of zucchini cubes. I've given zucchini away. I'm the one that only eats them like cooked in my family, besides my daughter, but she's on her own now. But they did really well. My broccoli, my meager little pile of broccoli. These are obviously just the side shoots. My broccoli plants grew huge, but I did get them in too late. It's really the first time I've ever seriously tried to grow broccoli. So I'll take what I can get. Whatever. This is a small part of a meal for us. I did freeze a little bit, and we've had a couple of the meals off them, but I'll probably pull those plants soon. And this is my 5th picking, I believe, from our elderberry bush that we didn't even know we had for years. I got all this today, and we'll process that and freeze them up in order to do elderberry syrup, which is what I usually do with it. I will try to make one pie because my son Noah and my dad and my father-in-law all like elderberry pie. But I do them mostly for elderberry syrup, for the antioxidants and just the immune boosting properties. But yeah, 5th time picking, and there's still more to come. I'll probably get at least 1 or 2 more pickings off of that. So I think that was a pretty good picking for today. Tomorrow I'm hoping to do green beans. I think I'll have enough, maybe not to do a canner full, but at least enough to make it worth me doing. We've been eating off the green beans, but I haven't picked them yet. But I do plant 5 rows in a row. This is just our first planting, and then I have another 2 rows that'll be ready probably sometime next week, maybe the end of this week. And then the 5 rows will be a little bit, but those are the ones I usually can off of. So I'll be getting into that. Also, a friend of ours gave us some really nice peaches, which I was really grateful for because our tree produced 1 giant peach, and that was it. But I also did these today from our friend that gave us the peaches. So we got 6 quart jars of just peaches canned in light syrup, and then 4 pint jars of peach jam, as well as I think the other ones are 1.5 pints. So there's 2 there, and there's 1 that I just put in the fridge. And I think peach jam is my favorite jam, just to put on toast and brie with crackers. So good. So I preserved these up today. Yeah, because like I said, our peach tree produced 1 large, very nice peach, and that was it. I think we got a cold snap. So I'm very happy to have these though. Well, I thought today was going to be green bean day, but it's gotten changed around a little bit. I actually had some people go out and pick some green beans, so I'm not sure what's left. I may still go pick them and do a small batch, but instead we're unloading straw. As you can see, I'm already covered. I've already gone up and done a load, hence the hat and the no shower. There's the straw that we're unloading. So that's 2 of the 4. They did 1 without me already, and I just did the second one. We've got 2 more to go, but it is a beautiful day with the clouds. They baled all 4 of these wagons yesterday, plus I don't know, something like maybe somewhere in 25 to 40 round bales, I believe. So that should get us through the year, at least for the needs for our animals. And maybe I'll try to show you a shot when we're actually unloading, but that's on the docket for today. Hopefully in the next couple hours, and then who knows what we'll be doing. I also have some apples that need to get processed here soon. See you in a bit. So I just came out to the garden to check what I have, and it does need water. Got the water going on the berry bushes currently, but I just pulled out this carrot and I'm so happy with it. Nice and straight. It's getting big. Just want to check them out and see how far. So I'll probably leave them in a little bit longer, see if we can get a little more growth on them, but they're doing really nicely. Got some pepper plants that are in need of water, but doing well. Where is it? What is this one? I just found a really large peppers. Nice ones on there. And I've got a bunch of pepper plants. Got some banana peppers ready over there. So things are coming along nicely. Just came out to pick some beans for dinner. I don't think I have enough to can yet. I could do some freezer beans, but my family's not that crazy about freezer beans, so maybe I'll wait till I have enough to can. We have this elderberry bush, which I don't know if I showed before or not. It's huge and old, and I have already picked off it 5 times, and I've got bunches ripening again. I think my mother-in-law is going to get these ones. This owl up here has helped a lot. We had birds coming in when they were ripening. Since the owl has been up there, I don't think we've had any problems. Gotten a ton of berries off this. The broccoli is pretty much done for. There's a few side shoots coming out here and there, just to maybe make a little pot full for supper. I have big broccoli plants, just not a lot of broccoli. Next year I'll be putting those in earlier. And then all the way down here are my onions, which did quite well this year. I've got some white onions down here. They're a little bit smaller. And then I've got yellow onions down here. And the cardboard is down to try to keep the weeds out, even though I had to weed these many times. But they're just about to the point where 50% of them, the tops are going over, which is the general rule of thumb to pulling them. So I'm going to be pulling those soon, seeing what I can store, and I might be making some caramelized onions, so we shall see. The squash plants are growing. Unfortunately, the weeds behind it are growing. They're held back by a tarp. I was hoping they'd provide some shade, but they're getting rather large. The squash plants are doing okay. They definitely need watering. That one's suffering over there. And then I have my my water melon vines, which did phenomenal, and they're just starting to die back. But I've got there's one over there, and there. There's a huge one over here. So I don't know, probably 8 or 9 watermelons in this section. They weren't ready when I had tried the last one, so I'm hoping they're ripening up. You got my sunflower kind of windbreak, road break here, which I absolutely love. And the marigolds are coming in below it. There's a clump of cosmos right there, which has been pretty. Oh, I see my first squash growing there. Cool. So hopefully we'll have some of those to put up for winter. I've got my tomato plants, which are going crazy. I have trimmed them 3 times now. They have a lot of tomatoes. These are San Marzano paste tomato. It's the first time I've planted those. I usually plant aromas. I got a bunch of plants of those. They seem to be doing well. Getting some disease spots in them, but it doesn't seem to affect it too much. And then I think these are, I don't know if they're Best Boy, Better Boy. I can't remember, one of those two. But they're doing well too. So we've got a lot of those. We've got them here along the cattle panel. They didn't do as well on the cattle panel this year as they did last year, but they're still doing pretty good. A lot more coming. And then, boy, the garden is really overgrown right now, but that's okay. It's producing a lot. I have my cucumber plants. I had 4 cucumber plants here. Those worked really well. I really like keeping them off the ground. Of course, the vines are dying back now, and I'll have to be ripping out all the cucumber vines that are here, but they produced phenomenally well this year. I did like having them up on this trellis as opposed to the ground. They produce well on the ground, but the cucumbers are harder to find. It's harder to walk through. We do have a line of marigolds here, which are just starting. And I've got my sea of carrots there. So I should have a really good carrot harvest this year, which I'm really excited about. And the potatoes, which there's not much to see because right now the weeds have finally kind of taken them over, which happens every year. I don't really care. I weed them until August and then the potatoes are done, so they're gone. But there's 5 rows of potatoes in there, and we've dug out 2 plants so far. And I bet there's at least been 6 pounds of potatoes, really nice potatoes that have come off of those. So I'm really pleased with those. Got the water going over there under berry bushes. It's a chicken coop. So yeah, very pleased with the garden. This is our poor cherry tree. The 2/3 of it fell over this year. It's just old and rotten, so that needs to be cleaned up, and unfortunately that tree will have to be coming down. Hopefully we can plant some new fruit trees here. This was a sweet cherry. No, excuse me, this was a sour cherry tree, which I would really like to have a sweet cherry tree, just to use more for fresh eating. And the sour cherries. Alright, that's the state of my garden now. I'm quite wild, but I love how it's producing.